So let me start with the Business Central overview. So Business Central has some key features which includes business management. Basically, business management is designed for small and medium-sized organizations to streamline operations. Business Central handles sales and purchase management, which includes customer and vendor transactions, customer tracking, vendor tracking, managing sales and purchase orders, and invoicing. It also automates workflows and ensures efficient and accurate transaction handlings. Business Central is purely for financial management, which includes cash flow forecasting, robust reportings, and multi-currency support. There is also another feature of project and resource management, which includes project cost and allocate resource, and it also monitor the progress with intuitive tools that ensures projects are delivered on time and within budget. When we go towards the vendor or vendor transactions, so we have also a module for inventory optimization and warehouse handling. In inventory management, we optimize inventory levels and track warehouse activities efficiently within built-in intelligence and automated replenishment suggestions. Business Central is also provide third-party integrations with other applications and Microsoft 365, Power BI, and other web apps. Now, our main focus is the importance of payroll management, that why we need this. So for payroll management, we need legal assurance, which includes tax handling and labor regulations. The second one is boost employee satisfaction, which means that we have to timely manage payroll payments to ensure employee morale and increase retention rates. The third one is minimize errors and fraud. Effectively, payroll system reduces the likelihood of mistakes and fraudulent activities. It also supports strategic planning, which is essential for budgeting and financial forecasting within the organization. Now we will discuss the out of the box functionalities of Business Central Payroll. So first we have an employee module in which we can create employee and manage employee data. Then we have a feature of send email, which Business Central provided us, that we can send emails to the selected employee. We can also pay employee and create separate ledger entries for the respective employee with respect to its employee number, which is basically the employee identity number. The fourth and the last feature which Business Central provides is maintaining employee absence. We can create employee absent records and maintaining the employee absent histories with respect to if absent leave types, like for sick leave or for unpaid leaves. Now, what currently challenges we are facing in payroll management within the organization, which Business Central can't handle? So it's related to tax calculation and compliances. Business Central currently doesn't handle any tax calculation, reductions, and compliances with local regulations. Secondly, Business Central doesn't have a separate module of benefits management, which includes allowances and reimbursements. Third one is Business Central didn't provide the payroll automated engine, which is related to payroll scheduling, direct deposit capabilities, or batch processing. And the last one is payroll doesn't have a reporting and an analysis support, like for example, employee payslip. That what KAISPE can, how can KAISPE provide the solution in Hansen Payroll Extension? So first we have a customizable text setup. We can configure the text with respect to country regulations. You can customize the text setup for any country or any region. Second, we have deduction benefits and allowance model, in which we have a separate module for deductions, benefits, and allowance setup, where you can specify the deduction types, benefits types, and allowances types. Third one, we have a separate module for contribution in which we includes currently provident fund and other recurring deductions which includes parking charges or EOBI, etc. We, Afterwards, we have a separate loan management modules which manages employee loans and repayment schedules, auto deduction of loan payments from payroll. Fourth one is the payroll components, which manages salary deductions like unpaid leaves. We have adjustments, separate area module, and in addition, we have commissions and reimbursements. We have also a separate salary change module, which manages salary increments, promotions, and role-based changes. So you can also track the salary changes from the salary changes module, has an history as well. And the seventh one is our payroll engine is completely automated. You just have to give a single click, and after generating the payroll you can also send an email to the employer as well. We also provide the reporting and compliances, like you can generate a payslip as well from the employer page, which categorizing the deductions allowances for separate for transparency and compliances. Then after that, how can we implement our payroll extension at your business central environment? So first we can assess all your requirements and identify the gaps. Second, we can plan with your team and discuss the development, that how can we turn our payroll extension at your company. Then we can configure the payroll extension of our own with your team, and then configure at your business central environment. Four, we can provide the complete training to the HR and finance team, how can they run the payroll easily. And five, we can launch the system and monitor performance for ongoing improvement. Now we can move towards the business central demo. Just give me a minute. It will give a quick refresh. So here you can see we have a separate payroll extension. So for payroll extension, we are currently using a separate fiscal year setup. We currently didn't use out of the box Business Central fiscal year setup. So here we design our own fiscal year setup. So currently we are designing for our local clients. So we are currently design as for Pakistani region. So here you can like provide the start date is the start of our fiscal year, which is 1st July 24, and the last is 30th June 2025, which is our fiscal year currently, which we are working. Second, we have text setup. So currently, we are designing for our local region, so we are providing the local region text setup. So here you can provide the separate text IDs, then here you can provide the minimum range of the text, then maximum range which the governments provide us, then the text percentages of individual slabs and the cumulative amount which is exempt of tax. Then we have here some applicables. So these applicables are basically the allowances in which we include basic salary, conveyance allowance, house rent allowance, utilities, internet, and meal. So if we like close any of the allowance, then the allowance will didn't show for any employee, and it will not work for any calculation from now onwards for the whole organization. So from here you can manage the allowances, benefits. Currently we are using arrears, bonus, commission, reimbursement, and leave management. And in deductions, we are currently working for loan, deductions, EOBI, parking charges, advance salary, provident fund adjustments, and unpaid leaves. Now moving on towards the allowances category. So here we are designing a separate allowances category. So as per our client's requirement, we are currently design basically a breakdown our gross salary into the allowances, which includes basic salary, which is of the 50% of the gross, conveyance allowance, which is 12% of the gross, then it's house rent allowance, which is 18%, utilities allowance, which is 11%, internet allowance 4%, and meal allowance 5%. You can also specify the allowance with respect to if departments and employment type. Like you can specify the allowance to the only certain types of employees or the certain employee or the certain department from here. Then we have to like configure the payable accounts, which will get the entries in the financial aspects in the purchase journal. Then we have separate deduction setup. So here we have loan and it's is payable account. Then we have deductions, EOBI, parking charges, advance salary, provident fund adjustments, and unpaid leaves. So here you can specify the payable accounts of the respective loan. Then we have separate benefits. So here is the benefit setup. So here you can see the areas, bonus, commission, reimbursement, and leave encashment. So we just currently map the chart of accounts which you call in business central language. So he maps the payable accounts here. Like if we go to the chart of accounts, so here you can see the separate accounts for each allowance and for each deduction. Now moving on towards the employee. So currently we are using a dev environment. So I'm creating a new employee. Go to the create employee, then move towards the IT staff. Then here I'm writing some name, first name, then last name, which is required field. Then we have some job title, which is now we are providing here the department. Here we're providing the designation, the date of joining, which is 11 December 23. Then here we can provide the CNIC number, which is Pakistani National Identity Number. So here we can also apply the validation. So like this, if you randomly enter any number, it will give an error. So just refresh this and provide the correct CNIC number. Now from here we can select the employment type. Currently I am selecting the regular as an employment type because I have to show the provident fund entries, because currently we provide only provident fund to those employees who have an employment type of regular. So I am selecting here as regular. Then I will make the status active that this employee is currently working at KAISPE. Then here I am selecting the gender. If she has any company specific phone number, so you can type here. Now I am providing the email here. Then Basically, I customize this page as per client requirement. If you see the out of the box page of the employment card, so there were multiple fields which I currently didn't show and use for our recent requirements. Now here I am providing the gross salary. Basically this salary details is related to the allowances categories which I have shown before. So if I am providing the gross salary of 1 lakhs, so it will automatically break down the salary into like this: 50% of the gross salary, which is basic salary. Then here is the conveyance allowance, which is 12%, house rent allowance, which is 18%, utilities allowance will be 11%, internet will be 4%, and meal allowance will be 5%. So these steps were provided for, like, this is the payslip details, like when we run the payroll. So from here you can see the separate employee payslip entries. This is for the employee tax setup, that after running the payroll, it will show the separate employee tax with respect to this fire vessel employee. Then we have employee payslip mod, like action, which you can print the report form. Then we have allowances setup. So basically this allowances setup is like, it will show the salary details here, but you can add it if you want to change the percentages. Like if you want to make it 40 and make this 15%, so you can edit it. It will automatically rec into this record. Now I'm moving on towards the contributions. So first I'm creating the Provident Fund contribution here. So just creating a new record. So I'm selecting here on new record, then make this status open. So currently this employee has no payroll entries, so this is none. And it is mandatory to create the provident fund card for the respective employee before running the payroll action. As for one time setup, basically this is, but for the employment provident fund entry in the payroll. Now moving on towards the recurring deductions. So here we have some data related to recurring deductions. So now we can create a new record for this employee. Now here I'm selecting the date. First I'm selecting EOBA, which is 200%, and make the status active. Then second, I'm selecting for parking charges, which will be 600, and make this status active. So basically this status is for the whole recurring process, but if you want to enable or disable the selected recurring deductions, so you can do this. If you want just parking deductions, so you can enable just parking and disable the EOBA. And if you want both, so you can enable the both status as active. Then when we create some loan entries for this employee, so here we can create a separate loan entry for this employee. First, we provide the employee ID, so it will automatically get the employee name, department, designation, and current remaining amount, which is 0, and make this loan status as active. Here I am providing a loan tab, which is car loan. Then I am taking 540, 5 lakhs 40,000 as a loan, and I want the loan entries or the division of loans for 4 months. So like this, it will automatically create the four entries for the different months like July, August, September, and October. And here you can see the repayment history after running the payroll, right? And if you want to like, if all your repayment history will like show here for the 4 months, like it's completed, so your loan status will automatically disabled. You don't have to come here and deactivate the status. Here's our bonus module. So bonus module is a one-time setup, like if you want to give a bonus to an employee in the month of July, so after running the payroll of July, it will automatically disable the bonus status. Now we have a separate advanced salary module. This is also a one-time setup. So here you can select the employee. So if I select the employee ID, it will automatically get the employee name and mark this status as active. Same as for bonus, when you run the payroll for the employee as an advanced salary, it will make the status inactive. Here I am selecting the date and month both, but if you want, so you can just select one. It's not the mandatory, and I am taking 6,500 as advance salary. Basically, it didn't show the sign here, but it will cater it automatically as a negative aspect. Now I'm showing you the salary changes. So in salary changes, we didn't have to create the employee entry here. When you create an employee and the employee page, so it will automatically create the entry of the respective employee here as well. So here you can see that show the employee name, employee designation, and employee number. So basically this tab is for the gross salary. Like if I enter 150, so it will break down salary into 150, which is 75,000 is basic salary, conveyance allowances of 3,000, house rent will be the 43,500, utilities allowance will be 18,000, internet allowance will be 7,500, meal allowance will be 3,000, provident fund will be 7,500. And below it will also show the salary change history, so you can track that when you change the salary of the respective employee. So if you want to see that either the salary updates on the employee card or not, so let me check. So here you can see that the salary is updated here as well. So now moving on towards the leave management module. Leave management module is currently we are using for unpaid leaves, but if you want to use it for more leave types, so we can also change and customize it as per your requirements. So we can select the employee here. So see here we can automatically get the employee name, employment type, its joining date, and mark this status as active. All the IDs related to its management like leave ID, advance salary, they are all auto generated. You didn't have to type any ID here. Here we like fix the nature of the leaves as unpaid because we currently cater only unpaid leaves in leave management module, and like we are running the payroll for July 24, so here I am providing that I want to take 4 days unpaid leaves in the month of July year 24, and July has 31 days, so it will automatically calculate the deduction amount with respect to your gross salary. So here The user can also see that the deduction amount of the respective employee. Now we have commission. Commission module is specifically defined for respective employees, not for all employees. So here we did the same approach here, like it will automatically get the employee name, department, and designation. Then further, it will automatically get the gross salary as well. So here you can provide the commission type. Currently, we cater only two types of commission, which is referral and percentage based. So we are currently used as a referral, and like for 3% of its gross salary. So when I enter, so it will automatically create a commission history here with the date, commission type, commission percentage, and amount. Basically, it's currently using current date, but we can also edit this. So as we run the payrolls for July, so I'm selecting the July date here. Then moving on towards the deductions module. So we have different types of deductions like for late comes or for absentees or for not completing hours. So here I'm selecting the employee and mark his status as active. Then we provide here the deduction details. So we are currently selecting the date for July. Then amount will be 6,000, and the description is currently late or short hours, so I'm selecting late. So here you can see that it will create the record of the employee. And we have adjustments. Currently we cater on the negative adjustments, but if you want, so we can also cater positive and negative adjustments both. So here we select the employee number, then mark as status as active. Then here we select the adjustment date. Then here will be the description, which is here we type absence or negative deductions. Here we select the type as negative. Then here we enter the amount, which will be the 3,000. And here you can see that it will generate the record. Then moving on towards the area. So basically, we currently use area module because we are using in-house. That's why we created this as per our client's requirement and for our in-house as well. So here we can select the employee. It will automatically get the related information to that employee, then make this status as active. Then afterwards, here I'm selecting the, basically this is the area summary. So here I'm selecting the date, which is July 24, will be 18, and area would be of 15 days area, and the area amount will be of 8,000. Then our company is currently providing leave encashment as well for annual leaves, so we can cater as annual leaves. So here I am selecting the employee, then mark as status as active, and create a leave encashment entry for this July. Then provide the description as an annual leaves. It will be of 2023 annual leaves. So here I'm providing like 15,000 of annual leaves. So here I show you all the modules which we currently using. So now moving on towards the employee. So here we have two options, payroll transactions. We provide the two solutions to our clients to get the entries in the financial entries, which is on the purchase journal. So you may create the entries, like these are the sample entries. So you may generate either a purchase invoice or directly post, um, like if I am like click on the button generate payroll, so it will automatically create the entries in the purchase journal as well. So here I'm selecting July and 24. So here I'm selecting the month and year, and I'm generating the payroll. So in the last entry you can see the year, month, basic salary, it's house rent allowance, utilities allowance, conveyance. Then we have internet allowance, meal, and it will show the gross salary. Then we have some benefits which includes area, bonus, commission, reimbursements, leave management, and this is the total benefits which includes all the allowances and our benefits which includes areas, bonus, commission, and reimbursements. Then we have the deductions which includes adjustments, deductions, unpaid leaves, advance salary, parking charges, loan, EOBI, and tax amount. And we have also the provident fund. So these were the total deductions, and here you can see the net salary. So now if we can move towards the purchase journal. So here you can see that we have the automated entries of the allowances, deductions, and benefits as well. It will get the respective amount, balance account numbers, and the descriptions with the current posting date. So now I'm just posting these entries into their respective ledgers. So these all entries are posted. So now if we check our entries in the chart of accounts, so here you can see that our amount as well is in the negative form. Now if we move towards the employee card, so here you can see the payslip details which show the respective employee entries of the payroll with complete benefits, deductions, and its net salary. Then after running the payroll, you also have an option to send an email to the respective employee like this. I have a sample here. So here you can see that if you proceed to the send email options, so it will show like this format in the email as well to the respective employee. Here we can see the employee tax setup. So here we have just one entry of July, so it will show the total tax paid and total yearly tax of the respective employee. And if you want to create the new entry or the adjustment entry for the tax amount, so here you can enter the value as well. Like I am providing the employee ID, then date, and here will be the tax adjustment amount. So it will update the total tax paid. Now we can also print the CAS payslip here for the July. Here I'm selecting the year 2024. So here you can see the payslip in the report format. So currently we are designing for our in-house. So we are have this type of template on which the in the header we have employee name, designation, username, company, current salary date. If you want to customize the salary date, we can also did this department and station. Then we divided the deductions and our benefits separately. So in the right hand side we have our all deductions, and on the left hand side we have our benefits and allowances, which includes basic salary, house rent allowance, utilities, conveyance, internet, meal, area bonus, leave encashment and reimbursement and commission. And on the right hand side we currently is income tax, which is our tax amount, parking charges, EOBI, provident fund, which is of employee share, absence, adjustments, loan, and advance salary. Here you can show the total gross salary. Then there will be the deductions. So here is the gross salary, there will be the deductions, and the net salary here. So, like if you want to withdraw the provident fund of employee share or organization share, from the employer perspective, so you can move towards the provident fund transactions. Here you can select the date, withdrawal date, and here I am writing the amount for only employee share. Then here I'm just selecting the PF withdrawal invoice. So it will create the purchase invoice. So here you can see that it will automatically create a purchase invoice of 4,000 rupees. Here I'm selecting the vendor, which is KAISPE. Here I am providing the vendor invoice number. And now I am posting this invoice. Just a minute. So here is the invoices posted with against KAISPE. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. Hope you understand all the payroll extension features which currently KAISPE is designed for their requirements. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.